Hi, my name is Anastasia. I'm trying to indicate that this video is all about fall, but the only thing I can do to help you understand that is wear this sweater and put my selection of pumpkins and creepy stuff there, which are not even that creepy because hedgehog. Is it even hedgehog? I'm not sure. But yeah, because coronavirus and student life. So, if you're new here and if you don't know me, then I must tell you that I am obsessed with fall. I love October, I love the season, I love Halloween. We didn't have it back in Greece, but I've always been obsessed with Halloween, whether it was because of TV shows or consumerism, who knows, but the fact is, I'm obsessed. I love everything about it. The colors, the pumpkin spice, the ambience, the atmosphere. It's the period that I thrive, and it's also the period that I kid myself the most. Because I'm like, oh yes, I'm gonna have these fall decorations and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. I've even put on my list apple picking. Literally, who does apple picking right now? Like in this day and age, who goes out and is like, you know what I want to do today? I want to pick apples. Bless consumerism and all its glory. The moment it hits October 1st, I'm on the internet browsing through so many web pages looking for decorations for Halloween and fall. I don't always buy them, but it's the looking that counts, right? Or the other thing I do, which is hilarious, is that the moment it is October 1st, I don't care where I am, whether I'm in Greece, it's 40 degrees outside, I don't care. I will wear a sweater. You will see me wearing the sweater that day just to commemorate the fact that theoretically, if global warming wasn't a thing, it is fall. I'm hoping I've created an accurate image of how obsessed I am with fall. But the thing is, usually most of the activities I do to celebrate this period and to make myself feel like it is autumn, I do it with friends, and it has to do with socializing and all of that, which is impossible this time of year because coronavirus and because where I am, Sheffield, is currently under tier 2 restrictions, which does not allow you to mix with other households. So, how do you celebrate fall, autumn, Halloween when you don't have time and coronavirus isn't letting you? For this year, I thought the best thing I can do is create the atmosphere. I don't care if I don't have time. I don't care if I can't go out or I can't meet with my friends. I will do anything to feel like it's fall. So here's what I do. First must-have during fall for me is cozy sweaters. Like I said, the moment it hits October 1st, I'm wearing a sweater. Case in point. Of course, during this period with online classes and me being almost 24/7 in my room, this is more how I look like. But I want you to envision me not looking like that hot mess, but looking like this. And wearing my sweater, makeup on point, and being very happy to go on my online class. My wardrobe currently consists of various sweaters, whether that is very, fancy sweaters, kind of crop top sweaters, or huge sweaters that one of my friends once described as a sweater made for a 40-year-old teacher. That was the last time I wore that sweater. Basically, sweaters. Whatever the look, whatever the occasion. Next thing I do is make myself a representation of fall, which means that my makeup, my nails, everything about me screams orange. I will have orangey tones when it comes to eyeshadow, or brown tones, or the entire dark academia look of a little bit more gothic makeup, because when you put on your makeup, it's like an actor says that, oh, when they put on the costume, that's when they feel like they're into the scene. That's what I feel about makeup. When I'm putting on a makeup, I'm immediately getting into a certain mood. Like today I put on, again, kind of orangey tones, and I'm like, yes, it's fall. I don't know why, but if I put on very colorful things like pink and green, which I don't often do, I'm gonna be like, summer. And of course, the next part of actually creating the right atmosphere for fall in your room, because you have no other choice, is getting the right decorations. Now this year I didn't have that kind of time or money to invest so much in decorations, so I did a couple of things that I do every year to kind of make me feel like it's October. One is I always go and buy small pumpkins because, well, Sainsbury's and Aldi and Tesco, some of those stores have small little pumpkins in store that you can buy. I think it's £1 each, and I always get like one or two just so I can decorate my desk. I feel like if you're celebrating fall, you need to have a pumpkin. Like, it's so cute. I feel like it's the one from Cinderella where it's about to become a carriage and maybe carry me away to Narnia or any other place where COVID is not a reality. That's not gonna happen. And the next thing I always get is candles. Because is it even Halloween if you don't have the appropriate candles? This year I bought a candle from Calm Creations. I literally found them on Instagram, and it's called Midnight Mask. I love the aesthetic of it, and it smells like really musky and clean, but I like the idea of like midnight. It does smell a little bit like midnight actually, what I would envision midnight to smell like. And I'm probably gonna get another one soon because this one is finishing really quickly and I can't live without candles. Like, I study with candles, I make myself feel better by lighting up a candle. And also, like, what really helps when it comes to like ambience and like atmosphere for me is lighting it up with a match. It's so simple, it's such a small thing to do, but it helps so much. Like, even the activity of just going like this and like hearing it spark to life, it's just matches and candles. Great investment for fall. I wouldn't really recommend it when it comes to accommodation because I know what I'm doing is not specifically right, because every time I match a candle I'm just looking fearfully to the smoke detector and I'm like, please don't be activated, please don't be activated, because my flatmates are gonna kill me. So stay safe, kids, do not burn down your accommodation. When I think about Halloween and fall, the first thing that comes to mind is horror movies. I adore horror movies. Like, I live for horror movies. I think my friendship with one of my best friends is solely based on horror movies. Like, that's what we did every day. Not every day, but every week when we were little. That's how our friendship was made. But I'm also a scaredy cat, so I love the idea of horror movies, I love the plot. Well, there's not always the plot, but I cannot watch it alone. I literally will have nightmares if I watch it alone. I will be like looking under my bed, looking in my wardrobe. But when I have a friend with me, everything is amazing. So I have it as a rule that I will always watch a horror with friends. Till this day, I've never watched a horror by myself. Since I cannot bring that many friends to my flat, to my accommodation, to watch horror movies with me, a great solution for that is get your flatmates. So that's what I did so far this month. I've called flatmates. We've either watched a movie all together or I watched a movie with one of my flatmates specifically because she's into horror movies as much as I am, and I love that. She's also watched way more horror movies than I have. So that's really interesting because you have me like freaking out and screaming and she's just on her phone like chilling. There are also specific movies that put me into the fall mood and the Halloween mood. When it comes to fall specifically, my favorite movie is Dead Poets Society. Whenever I watch that movie, first of all I cry, and I also go into a really calm state of mind. I feel like it's fall. Like, if you watch the movie, even the colors, the atmosphere, it's extremely calm, it's extremely fall, and it's also extremely dark academia. The other movie I watch is Coraline, which is originally a book by Neil Gaiman, an author that I love, that I believe is a genius. Honestly, have you read his books? You should. If you haven't, you're missing out. Coraline is a movie about a little girl that is moving into a new house. She doesn't like her life there, and then she discovers a door that leads to a parallel universe where her parents wear buttons for eyes and they make all her wishes come true, and they spoil her until she realizes things are not what they seem to be. Because are they ever? I hope most of you have watched it, but if you haven't, I'm kind of jealous because I would love to rediscover Coraline and watch it like it was the first time. I know a lot of Harry Potter fans was like, oh, I wish I could watch it like again like it was the first time. That's Coraline for me. Another fall movie that falls into the romantic comedy category is When Harry Met Sally. It's an infamous movie about two people, I think, that hate each other. It's amazing, but I mostly recommend it not because it's like an amazing and legendary movie when it comes to rom-coms, but it's also really good when it comes to the atmosphere. Even the poster of the movie screams fall. So if you're not into horror and you're not into creepy stuff or like dark academia, this is a great way to get into fall. And now, let's go into the horror movies. So I'm gonna recommend just 3 movies because those are my favorites and I need to watch more horror. One is The Conjuring. I love this movie. I love The Conjuring 1 and 2. I don't like Annabelle Returns, the kind of spin-off sequel movie, which flopped for me. It was a cute experience, but it was just not like The Conjuring. It didn't kind of rile me up, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable, it didn't scare me. But the first and the second movie, it's so good. It's about a couple that are infamous for, I think, ghost hunting. They're psychics or something like that. I think the woman is psychic. In each movie they go into a different house, they find like the spirit that is hunting the house and they help the family. My next recommendation is Dead Silence, which is, it's a really creepy film. I think it was made in 2007, so it's a really old film by today's standards. It's not really that old. It's not that scary, like it doesn't scare me anymore. It scared me when I watched it when I was 15, but not anymore. But still, like the atmosphere and the town that the main character goes in, and even the whole concept of a doll killing people is still like really creepy to me. The next movie is Hereditary, which is a masterpiece. Literally, I watched it on Christmas Day with one of my friends, and then we went out to meet other friends and I couldn't look at really dark alleys because I was so scared that something was gonna jump. Remember how I said that I'm really scared of horror movies? This is a great example. Couldn't walk by a dark alley. The ending is not always like, it's one of those endings that I'm not sure if I love, but I love the entire journey up until that point. Okay, I'm just gonna be playing with the pumpkin for the entirety of the video, but I think I've talked enough about movies and TV shows. I think if you would let me, well, you're a camera, but if you would let me, I would definitely do like an entire video about this. The great thing about this period is that even if Sheffield is currently under Tier 2 restrictions, you can still go out. You can still go out and enjoy walks outside. So right now, like, leaves are sprinkled all around parks and they're brown and yellow and orange, and it's just such a great atmosphere and such a great environment to walk around in. I either go by myself or I take a flatmate with me or even a friend, because you can mix households outside, and as long as you abide by the rule of 6, because we don't want a national lockdown again, so be careful. But yes, take your friends and go to the park. Make a day out of it. Make a small picnic. Take photos. Make a photo shoot. Like, enjoy the atmosphere and the environment of fall. And of course, being the huge book geek that I am, it could not be fall for me if I wasn't reading horror books. During this period, it's the period that my reading thrives. Especially during the night, I will close my curtains because people are watching me. I honestly believe right now people are watching me. I will light up a candle, I will lower the lights and put on some ambience, and I will get my book and start reading. It puts me right into the mood of October, but also kind of terrifies me because lately I've just been reading horror and it's been difficult to sleep at night. Like yesterday I was reading The Turn of the Screw by Henry James, mainly because I want to watch The Hunting of Bly Manor, but the book is freaking me out. So yesterday I had to literally just watch a couple of comedy YouTube videos before I went to sleep. And last but not least is This year, I discovered the dark academia trend. What I do, the days where I'm extremely busy and I know that I can't, watch a movie, read a book, like do everything I usually do, is I become the embodiment of dark academia. I will wear those like very student-like clothes and I will become so emo, I'm almost Wednesday Addams. I might even read some Edgar Allan Poe just to get more into the mood. I love to watch TikToks about it, go on Pinterest and look at photos and just literally embrace the entire trend of dark academia. It's magical. And that was it. Those are my fall essentials during COVID. That's how I survive October while not being able to really celebrate it and do all the activities I usually do. But that shouldn't stop you from doing things. You should definitely like grab your flatmates and go and get a pumpkin spice latte, because if you haven't tried it, you're missing out. And you can go to the movies and watch horror movies, because especially right now cinemas are struggling, so going to the movies would be a great help for them and it would be a great experience for you. So yes, do everything you can to experience fall, because it's such a magical and amazing period and it can honestly like calm you down even if you're very busy. But yes, I hope you like this video. Give it a like, subscribe if you want, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!